but they were open and candid with all of us. Their emotions ran the gamut that you would expect. They're angry, they're hurt, they're frustrated, they're concerned, and some of them are just scared. They had a number of good ideas about what we can do in athletics to help. We had a second-year law student talk about voting. We had a young woman suggest a mixed-race buddy system to help them understand each other better. We had several talk about police training. And we had several talk about communications with coaches. I will tell you that they challenged me a little bit about speaking out on their behalf. They asked if I was concerned about offending rich, powerful boosters and supporters. I thought about that, and I thought about you as a group, and I told them no, I wasn't. That I'm very comfortable about where your hearts are, and I know most of our supporters, and I'm very comfortable where they are. As all of you know, I'm more of a listener than a speaker. Frankly, I'd rather have a root canal than make a speech. But I want to talk to you for a few minutes on their behalf. These student athletes are important. They're important to me. I know they're important to you. They're why we do what we do. They're important because they represent our future as well as the current situation. Athletics is more than a mirror in which we see the reflection of society as it is, the good and the bad. It's also the lens through which we see society as it could and should be. Athletics is where we see young men and women of all races and nationalities competing with each other, cooperating with each other, knocking each other down, helping each other up, screaming at each other one minute, leaping into each other's arms in sheer joy the next. You and I see all these things in athletics, but more importantly, our children and our grandchildren see them. And that changes their perception of how society could and should be. Carla Williams, who is the AD at the University of Virginia, said something really interesting Tuesday on our AD's call. She said it's hard to change a human heart. And that is so true. You know, burning buildings, breaking windows, destroying property. Those things don't change human hearts, they harden them. But when Travis Rudolph went in to that school cafeteria and sat down with that little boy, that changed human hearts. So our student athletes know that it can be done, and they know how to do it. I read yesterday that someone said that coaches in America are going to have to become comfortable with the uncomfortable. Because what has happened in the last few days has changed America, I think, forever. We're all going to have to become comfortable with the uncomfortable. So when that happens here, when student athletes speak up, and they're going to speak up all over America, we're going to see and hear things from athletes that will make all of us uncomfortable. And when it happens here at Florida State, I ask that you not be upset, that you be understanding, that you not be angry, but that you be supportive. These student athletes are determined to help change things. And we in the Florida State administration and athletics, all our coaches, our staff, everyone, are determined to help them and to help them make real sustainable change happen, because this absolutely has to stop. Thank you for listening, and I'm happy to take any questions, Mr. Chairman.